Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Weekly Show for Thursday, the 6th of May. Bit of a change of plans this week. Brucey's away in Sydney, so I've got the call up off the bench once again. Bruce obviously busy with the Weanling and the Mare's sale down at the English sale. Welcome, guys. Obviously, a big weekend of racing, the second biggest day of the year on our home track here for Gold Coast Cup Day, featuring obviously the Hollandale Stakes. $1.5 million in prize money offer. Very exciting weekend. But before we get stuck into the race meetings ahead, Toby, a couple of nice two-year-olds debuted since the last show. Talk us through the performances of King KAPA and also Mimi Lagarde and where we might see them next.
Okay, so good morning, everyone, by the way. I haven't got a chance to say that yet. King KAPA was a good on debut at Grafton last Friday. He bounced straight to the front and won as he pleased. Our stable apprentice Zach Lloyd was able to ride him and partner him in his first race start, which was good for Zach, good for the horse. Not often you get to see a young apprentice partner a horse like that. So good on him. He got the job done. So what great effort. Really nice colt. He's always shown good ability, very precocious, unassuming. So look, he looks to have a really good future. We're probably going to see how he does, but he could possibly go to the Group 2 1200 on Doomben 10,000 Day, the 2-year-old. I think it's called the Champagne Stakes. That sort of makes sense being a colt 2-year-old by KAPA, so we can have a crack at that, no problem. Mimi Lagarde was good on debut as well with Robbie Fat on at Ipswich on Monday. Come from back in the field and finish it off really nicely. Filly with a good pedigree. The stallion, Star Turner's doing a great job at stud right now. He's getting winners left, right and centre. And as I mentioned, she's out of a mare called Rodian, which was a Blue Diamond winner, I believe. So, look, she's got a future. I'm not quite sure how much further we go with her, whether we give her a break now or we're just keeping her around the stable for another week or so just to have a look. There is a list of fillies race in a couple of weeks' time. We might run her in, but I just think whatever she's doing now, she's going to be improved in 6 months' time when she matures and grows a bit more. She's probably untapped. What she did the other day was really good, and you'll see a far better horse in time.
Yeah, very good. Both exciting runners. So well done to the strong bloodstock team there with King KAPA and also Jerry Harvey with Mimi Lagarde. Guys, there was also some big winter carnival noms came through during the week. Obviously, Stradbroke, JJ Atkins. Unfortunately, Tyzone won't be back to defend his crown, but obviously some excitement around the noms. Trent, just talk us through those. Obviously, the Harrovian, VANNA Girl and the like.
Yeah, so firstly, just touching on Tyzone really quickly, he just had a minor muscle tear that was just sort of touch and go, but he's been such a great old horse to us that we decided to spell him and let him recuperate. Nothing overly serious, just a minor thing, and it's quite annoying, but the timing of it. So that was really unfortunate. The Harrovian makes his return in the Doomben 10,000 next week. He is working at home very strong. Seems to me as though he's picked up where he left off. He looks great. Work's been super. And then he heads towards the Stradbroke, obviously being his big grand final, and I think dropping back to handicap and 1,400 metre. For him, that's right in the slot. So that's great. VANNA Girl, she's obviously running Saturday, Hollandale Stakes, nom for the Doomben Cup, and then that new race to the Q22. It's a big prize money event a little bit later in the carnival. And those 2-year-olds that we just mentioned, Debussy, King KAPA, Mimi Lagarde, all nom for the JJ Atkins. They probably need the cars to fall their way to get that far, but you never know. They're only 2 once. We're sort of deep into their 2-year-old career, obviously last carnival that they can attend as a baby. So we'll just go run by run with them. But it's exciting to be playing a part, in our main event this winter carnival for sure.
Very good, mate. Yeah, exciting times ahead for a few of those runners mentioned. All right, let's touch on the Quaddy Club quickly from last week. 3 out of the 4 legs. So didn't get the cash, but obviously in a positive, everyone gets their money back in the way of some bonus bets with Unibets. So good stuff there, guys. Let's get into the runners for the weekend coming up. We'll talk through, of course, the Gold Coast runners on the big day on Saturday, touch on the Sunshine Coast on Sunday, and there's also some runners entered for Gatton on Friday. Look out for the Unibet price push on the Gold Coast card too. Before we get into it, Toby, just quickly on the track at the Gold Coast. Obviously, there's been just patchy sort of rain during the week and that sort of thing, but hopefully some clear skies heading into Saturday. What are your thoughts on the track rating and how it'll turn out?
Oh, look, it's got to be affected. We had, to be truthful, like early in the week, I thought if this weather keeps up, the track is going to get somewhere near decent, good, probably soft 5 or 6 or something. But we had 20 mil of rain yesterday, or 18 mil of rain at the track, and it's quite cool in the morning, and there's a heavy dew this morning. So I can't see it getting much better than a 7. I think it's a 9 at the moment. If it got to a 7, I think they've done a great job. So just with the weather about and there's no heat in the ground anymore. Winter's upon us, and it's probably just going to struggle to recover back to what it normally would.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, let's move to the Gatton meeting Friday. There's 2 acceptors there. Race 4 Soothers, both drawn terribly here. Soothers, barrier 11, and Paliki in 10. Just quickly, guys, Trent, any thoughts on whether they'll take their place in the field from those wide draws?
Look, as you said, it's a heavy 10. If they get any more rain out that way, they won't be on. Soothers can improve from what he done at Rockhampton. That was a complete forget. Paliki, she's going quite well. She trialled up nicely, but we might keep our powder dry and wait for another day for her. Kicking her off on a bog track, probably not the right thing to be doing. So, they might live to fight another day. We place them right, they'll be competitive in, their early assignments for the preparation, that's for sure. But not committing to running them just yet, to be fair.
Okay, let's move over to the big meeting at the Gold Coast, kicking off with USMANOV in the Bat Out of Hell over the 900. Bailey Notiff here, $4 chance, fresh up and loves the distance and the track. Tobe, what are your thoughts on USMANOV? What can we expect here?
Yeah, look, he returned from Melbourne in good order. We obviously had it in the back of our mind to target this race with him. He's been competitive in it the last season or two. Drawn beautifully on Saturday, drawn 3. I think that is, if I'm reading it right. Yep, drawn 3. He's going to get a lovely run. Sugarburn probably leads. He may just sit off it. But whatever beats him will be, I think, can win. He can run super on Saturday. USMANOV, I haven't seen him look as good for quite a while. I thought he looked super in Melbourne. Didn't quite get the right result we wanted, but back to his home track where he is very, very good. We've added blinkers to keep having sharp enough for the 900. And Bailey back on, he rides his horse well and the horse goes super for him. So all that, all those things matching up, marrying up, I'm pretty confident he can run good.
Okay, very good. Yeah, he's one of my favourites. I love him. So good luck to Connections there. Let's move over to race 4, where Passage of Time is having first start for the stable here. Loves the distance, good southern form, and Robbie Fradd aboard. Trent, thoughts on Passage of Time?
Yeah, he's going absolutely gangbusters at home. Probably would have liked to have given him a second trial. But in saying that, he did only have sort of a freshen up off of preparation in Sydney. He never had a full sort of 6-7 week spell or whatever. He had 3.5 weeks off and then come into our care. So my concern is that a couple of those other horses that are in really good form, like Racecourse Road, that's going to be the hardest to beat, I feel. They might just have the hop on him. They've had a couple of starts. But what we've seen at home has been very encouraging. I suppose you older horse like this, you just want to see him do it. What we've seen at home is that he is really going well, likes a soft track, so that's not really any concern. And I suppose you'd say if there's a chink in their armour, if they're sort of pulling up the last 100 metres, I think ridden sort of midfield, just nice and steady, he'll be hitting the line really hard. Whether or not he can knock them off first up when they've just got the race fitness on him, I'm not too sure, but really look for him late and then follow him for the rest of the preparation. I'm not sure where he sits. Dad and I were speaking. Hopefully he could be a Ramornie horse for us, all being well. and that'd be great, sort of back into the carnival, back into listed grade. But kicks off home track, listed 1200. I think he'll give a good shout. He's going really well, the old horse.
Very good, mate. One to follow for everyone throughout the prep, by the sounds of it. So, and that of course is the Gold Market $125,000 race. So we then move over to DEBUSSY. It was great on debut, steps up in class here and drawn well on the home track. Around a $13 chance for Robbie Fradd.
Yeah. He's got a good pedigree. The track won't worry him either. You know, he's trialled up a couple of times on this type of surface and trialled beautifully. His pedigree suggests he'll get through it. So all that covered off, that's no problem. Definitely a rise up in class, but as he's quite a dear colt. He's entitled to a chance at it. I think he can improve on what he done first up. We've stretched his work out a bit to help him get the 1200. Probably won't lead this week. He probably would lead if he wanted to, but we might be best off just riding him a little patiently, getting a bit of cover and just see if he can click up off that sort of speed. But he's an each way chance. I wouldn't say he's a good thing but he'll look the winner at some stage. Whether he's strong enough at the 1200 just yet, I'm not sure.
Okay, very good. Yeah, exciting horse nonetheless anyway. So good luck to Connections there in the Ken Russell Memorial, $150,000 race. We then move over to the big one, the $500,000 Group 2 Hollandale Stakes. VANNA Girl lines up here. Brad Stewart to ride. This is the Unibet price push where they're offering a place bet out to $7. So great value there for her. Trent, talk us through her chances. Obviously, she's a mare in form. And do you think the outside draw suits here from barrier 11?
Yeah, I do think that the wide draw suits her, Adam. I think she's better outside horses, and it will just gives the chance to just ride her a little bit steadier. I think, as we always do, talk about the races post-race. And I think the other day in the Queen of the Turf, she drew barrier 1. We tried to make use of the gate. She was probably a little handy, and I think that takes away from her finish. So just ridden a touch more conservatively, let her build to her top and then get down the middle of the track in good galloping room. I think we'll see a better performance, albeit she needs to be at her absolute top to be winning. They're bloody good horses. Like, this is nearly a Cox Plate field. Like, it's that strong. I think 27.5 million in prize money amongst a lot of them. Something like 25 Group 1 wins. Obviously, Melody Bell takes up about 14 of those, but still, we've got an Australian Cup winner, a Doncaster winner, Queen of the Turf winner in Latoya. It's a bloody good field. So Gold Coast would be proud to have a great Hollandale. I think it's the strongest one I've ever seen, to be fair. And she's an each way chance, but as I said, she probably needs everything to go right. She is working extremely well at home. But yeah, she needs to be right at her top, and I'm hopeful Brad can give her a great ride and get the job done.
Yeah, no, exciting race, as you mentioned, mate, a cracking field. And so well done to the Gold Coast Turf Club for attracting a strong field. Obviously, they're pushing for this race to be given Group 1 status in the coming years. So certainly this race will help with that cause. So good luck to Connections of VANNA Girl, cracking field. If she performs well, it'll be a great result. So good luck there. Guys, we move over to the Sunshine Coast meeting where there are 3 acceptors for Sunday. Race 3 is a Q-3 3-year-old Colts and Geldings maiden played over the 1,000 where BAKUHATSU lines up here. Barrier 9, Robbie Fradd for the strong Bloodstock team. BAKUHATSU, he ran well first up. I think the distance increase will be good for him. He's gone really good on the track. He can run well. It's only a matter of time for this horse puts a couple together. He's just sort of young and he's been immature and a little weak. He's now strengthened, so I expect him to run a lot better this week up there. Drawn a little sticky, but probably the Sunshine Coast 1,000's not that bad. If he bounces up on the speed, somebody he'll be right in the finish. Sure, mate. And should mention heavy 9 currently. We're recording on Thursday, so keep an eye on the track conditions there, everyone.
Yeah.
We then move over to race 4, which is the Q-3 3-year-old fillies version. Maiden played over 1,000. We're filly special. Barry 13, number 13, Robbie Fradd. Trent, what are your thoughts here?
Well, we might even look at saving her, to be fair. She's drawn horribly. And she's nearly ready to win a maiden, so don't want to be wasting a run, taking her up there and wasting a run with her. We might just save her for another day, find something a little closer to home and maybe whack a set of blinkers on. She's ready to run really well. I just have my reservations about that wide gate for her over 1,000 metres. She might be looking for a bit further.
Sure, mate. And then the final runner on the program, a final acceptor, is in race 7 of Fillies and Mares Class 1 plate over the 1,200 metres. Excel in the Sun, who, of course, starred in last week's show. We filmed it just outside her box for the My Runners team here. Drawn barrier 15, though, Toad.
Yeah. Same as Philly Special. I'd suggest we'll be waiting for her. She's ready to win, and we don't want another wide run, especially on a track like that. That's going to be affected, even though it is Thursday. It's probably not going to dry that much. So I'd suggest we'll wait for her, and wherever we place her, she'll be very, very hard to beat.
Very good, guys. Well, let's just, before we get into the best bets, let's quickly touch on Mooloolambar on Monday. The acceptances have just come out there. You've got 3 acceptors, Coat of Arms and Satine in race 6 of Class 2 over the 1,200.
Yep, Coat of Arms ran really well the other day. I think step up to 1,200 suits. Just probably roll forward and bowl along at his own leisure. If he goes straight and does everything right, it'd be a big winning chance, providing the track's not too wet. And Satine, she was a little bit unlucky last night, I suppose you could say. We wanted to make use of the alley, and it just went a bit pear-shaped, sort of approaching the top of the straight. So she's been in work a very long time, but to my eye hasn't trained off, and she'll give a good performance, providing that the track's dry enough for her, because she's a duffer on the soft.
Okay, mate. And she's obviously a dual acceptor on the program for a benchmark 66 as well.
Yeah, I think prefer to probably run her in the one where she's drawn a little bit softer.
Yeah, sure. Which is that one, barrier 3 there. All right, guys. Well, best bets time. Obviously, you've got the big golf day on tomorrow. So first of all, who's the tip there?
In the golf day? Well, we haven't been able to vet all the fields. There'll be some jinkers, naturally, as there always is at these golf days. So there's a couple of unknown teams there. Billy Clark's got a team. His team will play well. Gold Coast Turf Club haven't announced their players yet, but I'm suggesting that they'll have some jinkers in there. And
Ian Brown told me this morning that Blair Gibson of Brizzy Races is a lock, so he can hit a ball, and I've seen some footage of him having a whack, and he's quite a good golfer. Okay,
well, there you go. And with the handicaps, Trent's team that Ian Matheson's in, they'll be very hard to beat.
Okay, sounds like a bit of fun, guys. No doubt a bit of sledging will be occurring right throughout the day, so enjoy that one. Before we go, best bets on the racing front for the weekend. Can you narrow it down for one each, Trent?
I'll let Dad go first, because I don't want to copy him this week. I've got one, but
you've got one. Where is it?
Toad's
at the Gold Coast.
Toad's buying time here.
Oh, he's going USMANOV, I suppose. USMANOV's probably a bit out. Like it's in a race where he's drawn softly and he's good around the Gold Coast 900. He can win that race. So he's probably my best. I like Passage of Time each way though. I will say that it's been flying.
That was me. Passage of Time each way all day.
Very good, guys. All right, we'll take the two there, USMANOV and Passage of Time, and little multis even. Let's multi them up. So very good, guys. Obviously, of course, we can't forget Mother's Day on Sunday. So happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. No doubt you guys want to do some shout outs there too.
Yep. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to
all the mothers. And all the mothers involved with this. Good luck to them.
All right, guys. Well, have a great weekend, everyone. And signing off from the team.
Thanks very much.